Grown adult. She's disappeared 3 times since her sister was killed. Her name is Alicia Michelle Bollinger. I'm going to say that again. Her name is Alicia Michelle Bollinger. Men going their own way. I'm going to tell you one that I heard today. I'm going to try to make sure that I impersonate it properly. Nope, I can't do it. I can't remember the words exactly, and besides that, I feel as if I was to impersonate the woman who did it, that someone would take it as me making fun of black people. And it's not. What this woman was saying is that a man better not approach this unless he's gonna treat her like a queen. Because she is a queen. And then she starts talking to other women in this. You need to know what you're worth, sister. You're a queen. We're all queens. And we deserve to be treated like queens. One thing that we've noticed is that financially, because of how women choose to operate, women primarily will not date a man who is poorer than them, especially those who are high up on the social ladder. It's difficult to find people that are as rich as you are, if not more so, when you're at the top. Now, this is a woman who made this quote, by the way, but I just heard it again today, and it was a man repeating it. It's because although we don't have kings or queens here, it's the vernacular that's used. You're a queen, be a queen. You deserve to be treated like a queen. Ah, but do men deserve to be treated like servants? Do men deserve to be treated that way? In a way that you don't want to be treated? See, when a man raises up in the social ladder, raises up in the financial ladder, a king can see I shouldn't say a pawn, that's not the right word. A king can see a common person, somebody from the lowest dredges of life, and bring them up, lift them up, and make her a queen. A king will do that. But these American queens, that's not what they do, is it? An American queen, what are they known for? Tearing things down, tearing lives apart. A queen will look at someone in the dredges of life and be disgusted by us. Oh my God, that's disgusting. He doesn't have ready-made perfection for me. He's not worth even looking at. I want to make sure I get the quote right, but I got to remember the word that he used. Not pauper. Basically a poor person. Anyway, a peasant, that's what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a peasant. A king will see a peasant, and if he likes her, he'll raise her up to be a queen. A queen will see well, she won't. We exist to serve her, and that's what she sees, and that's what she demands. We have taught women to demand from us like they're queens. And we have run this entire country into the dirt, spending money on the wrong things. Spending the money on French filigree and chairs with wings. Wings, that's right. Big high back chairs that have, it's not literally a wing, it's the side of the chair that's as high as the back. They call them angel wings. Whatever. They don't look like angel wings to me. You know what the moral of the story of the woman who was married to the man in Michigan was? She spent like $4,000 or $5,000 knowing that they didn't have any money, but she wasn't hearing that. What she was hearing is, well, he's not working hard enough and I'm going drinking to celebrate. Or, the other part of that, he's not bringing in as much money as I want him to support my lifestyle. So I'm going to go drink and feel sorry for myself. That's a hard thing for us to handle. Shannon Alvarado typed Sean. Anyway, the saying is, a king will lift a pauper and make her a queen. A queen will see a pauper and be disgusted by it. The other way I heard the saying is that a queen will see a pauper and look the other way. A lot of girls, they do something that shows us who they really care about. See, while we are told that we're the ones living in fantasy worlds, we're not the ones who spend hours in front of the mirrors painting ourselves every day. We're not the ones spending hours to get prepared to go do something. We're not the ones who spend that time in front of the mirror. We don't make you do that. We don't make any of you do that. If that's what you're bringing to the table is looks and vagina and nagging, the looks and the vagina are not worth the nagging. I'd rather hang out with a man-hating lesbian, and that's no joke. I used to be friends with some man-hating lesbians. Even knowing they were man-hating lesbians, we still got along. Even if with some of them I was the only man they got along with. The person with the title of nonsense on here, that's Shannon Alvarado. She's one of the people that, she was in California. When I was at the Los Angeles bus station, that's where the bus dropped me off when I left Rawlins, Wyoming. The girl I was visiting in Rawlins, Wyoming was, I want to say she was 29 or 30 when she died. Her name was Rayanne Ingersoll. And she was beating on some kids. And Shannon Alvarado got to be, in part, involved in that situation. And I had to make a choice about where to go. I had nowhere else to go, and Shannon Alvarado had given me an open invitation to come back to California to her place. I made a whole video at the time that Shannon actually said that stuff, saying that, well, she might be saying that, but chances are, if I go back there, Rick's going to throw a tantrum, and I'll be stranded there. But you know what? I had to do this moment's notice thing when I was in Rawlins, Wyoming. And Shannon Alvarado wasn't answering. And like I said, they won't help you to move or with any of that kind of stuff in Rawlins or any other small town. They don't have the resources. But then when they've committed crimes and they go to prison for it, well, you've got two choices at that point. Either A, they're going to keep on pounding on you and hounding on you and slandering your name to the local population, or they'll pay for a bus ticket for you to leave. In either event, at least my crazy antics in that situation were able to get Amy Kalina Kingery's kids safely away from Rand Ingersoll, who was getting drunk and beating on them. Shannon Alvarado wasn't getting drunk and beating on people. Rand Ingersoll was getting drunk and beating on people, though. And the only person on those two girls' side was me. Rand wasn't on their side. She was too drunk. Their own mom wasn't on their side. She was too strung out on meth. Their dad, Nathan Kingery, I know the guy. He's not any better off. Then there's Joshua Rayborn. Was he abusing those girls? Yeah, I do believe he was. But I also know that when those girls are being abused, they're not going to say they're being abused in the way they really are. See, they claim Rand Ingersoll was not feeding them. That's not true. Me and Rand Ingersoll both went hungry multiple times because those girls ate so much. They were not small kids. These were not skinny kids. These are kids who ate excessively. And I know why they ate excessively. They were depressed. They were stuck in a bad situation, and it was a bad situation. Their mom was on the run from the law because she got busted with meth again, with Joshua Rayborn again. And because she was on the run from the law when she was supposedly taking care of 4 months in jail that she had to take care of because of a meth charge. That's right, 4 months in jail. That's it. That's all she got for, what was it, 4th offense? Her daughters were claiming that they were not being fed. They absolutely were being fed. They were just afraid to say that Rand was hitting them. Just like they were afraid to say that Josh was hitting them. And yeah, they told me that Josh was hitting them, but they were also pushing more heavily the we weren't being fed. We weren't being fed. Now, I saw Rihanna hit those girls a lot. Not sure if you noticed, but I called it in every single time that she was doing that, or at least I tried. I didn't try every single time with the police, because the police weren't fucking doing anything. The first 3 times that I called anonymously. But I didn't say the kids weren't being fed. I told them that the girls were being beaten on, because they were. The second 3 times, I got a hold of them, and I called them while I was recording live on Facebook in Rawlins, Wyoming. Or sorry, live on this YouTube channel. I made sure that it was documented what I was doing. I made sure that it was documented on my end so that I didn't have to pay a bunch of money and a bunch of court paperwork and jump through a bunch of hoops to get the evidence that I did so. When that didn't work, I did the only thing that was left. The cops wouldn't listen. Dispatch wasn't listening. Rand Ingersoll wasn't going to stop. Those girls were crying so much, but also trying to act like they're strong boys. They're strong men. They're not. These are just little girls, and I don't mean that as an insult. I mean, it shouldn't be their responsibility. They shouldn't have to get defensive like that. They shouldn't have to be afraid of Rand Ingersoll. And both of those girls, no offense, Rand Ingersoll is maybe 98 pounds at that point in time because of all of her drinking. Either one of those girls could have beaten up Rand Ingersoll whenever they wanted, but they were afraid of getting in trouble. Rand Ingersoll was not beating on the older of the two. She was beating primarily on the younger of the two because she's the one that would just freeze up while Rand was hitting her. The other one would move out of the way, get out of the trailer, take her sister with her. I broke the law when it was necessary. When I found out from Amy Witcher that Andrew Witcher was molesting her daughter, I did something right away. I always called someone. Sometimes I called the cops first because I didn't have anyone else to call. And sometimes I called a friend or family member first. Because I already knew that the police were going to blow me off if I didn't have a friend or family member. Yeah. Am I too loud?
No, I need to talk to you. I got a proposition for you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how legal or not legal, or if you even give a fuck, but I'm willing to give you fucking $75 to give my friend a ride home, but she lives in Astoria.
How far away is that?
It's a little ways. It's about an hour drive.
Is it anywhere near Portland or the other direction?
No, it's the opposite direction. You guys will be heading. It's coastline driving, coastline all the way there. 101. It's up to you. I mean, it's not a big deal either way. We were trying to get an Uber, but evidently Uber doesn't come out here. Lyft don't come out here. And fucking taxi cabs cost $800.
Literally from here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I
Well, the last lady was telling me that she got a taxi from, not from Astoria, but from Portland to here, and it was like $600.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a joke. That was crazy. I don't even know how they're fucking in business anymore, man. They're really not. A lot of them not.
Yeah, most of the taxi cab companies were shut down by Uber. They might still have them in New York.
Yeah.
I don't know. They might have replaced them all with Ubers too.
But also, it's a female, and she's a pretty cool chick.
Well, that's one of the things that's scary for me.
Why?
Well, I'm afraid of women just because. All right,
Okay.
hear me out on this.
Okay.
I always want to make sure that if a woman is in the vehicle with me, that she does feel safe, but I also want to make sure that she is safe. And I've had a lot of situations where women may not have done these things to me, but have done things to guys that I know where there was expectations, or maybe the friend who asked for the ride didn't know that she was as mental as she was, or situations like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's just a matter of whether or not my car will make it, and if I can stay up, because I'm supposed to drive to Portland in the morning. My vehicle is pretty full, so I can move this stuff, because I did make room for somebody to sit in here before, but my floor is pretty nasty. It would take me a few minutes to get that cleaned up, and then I'll see how well that'll work out. My
Okay.
speedometer is currently my phone, So that's what I'm using as the speedometer.
If you're not comfortable doing this, it's not. I mean, really, it's not no hard feelings or anything. I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to jeopardize anything. You know.
Well, I could use the $75, although a lot of it would go to fuel. But
Well,
the thing for me is,
also,
like I said, I'm willing to do it, but it's not a nice car. And if there's
you
a
know,
way that go ahead.
I explained that. I said that you live in the car. She knows she's aware of that, and it's your home. So, uh, and it's full. She just need to get a ride back to her out to her place. But oh, also the other thing too. Now, how upfront can we be with each other now that we know each other?
Well, I'm not afraid of people knowing that I exist. I have a YouTube channel where I speak about me existing and about the things that I go through. I speak up about,
I'm talking about me and you as a person to person, man to man, friend to friend.
well, my name is Sean David Schwartz.
I'm Pope. And well, I guess you were saying about you being tired. Are you talking coffee, caffeine, energy drinks? Are we talking coke in bed? What the fuck?
Oh, I don't fuck with none of that
I know
shit.
that you told me that. You told me that, but you're
Um,
tired. So
I,
what does it
I could
take to?
probably, I could probably go get myself a couple cups of coffee.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, the coffee actually puts me to sleep.
Oh,
It calms me down. I would just have to clean up my vehicle a little bit and then do the map thing to take me to Astoria. It'll
yeah.
show me how to get
It's
there.
literally just a high 101. This road right here will take you all the way there. I believe. Um. Yeah. You take your time. Whatever, man, that you need to do to get it figured out or whatever. Come just holler in at me.
Yeah, that happens a lot out here. On the bright side, it's on the other side of the street tonight.
Well, all the person said she's talking about calling his dad. I'm calling his dad if you don't turn around. Now I'm calling the cops, she said.
Yeah, well, that's how it works. You do as she wants, or she's going to call your family and tell them you're horrible, and call the cops and tell them you're horrible.
Hmm.
Oh my God, dude! Like, see this? She is chasing. She is too big to be running like that.
Who is she?
I don't know, but
Oh, I thought you meant
she
man.
is definitely aiming to hurt those kids.
Oh, the kids?
Those are kids.
You're chasing them, bro.
Yeah, she's hitting. Ah, ah, ah! All right, this lady is hitting some kids. Oh, fucking god damn it!
Didn't sound like kids.
Huh?
Didn't sound like kids. There's, I don't know how
She's
many of
just
them.
that big?
Huh?
She's just that big?
She runs now, maybe.
I didn't mean that as a joke.
No, I
She
didn't see her.
dwarfed those two.
I didn't even
Like,
see her.
she's huge.
See, that wasn't a kid that yelled at.
Oh, she straight up ran up and hit that dude.
Oh, did she? I can't see. I don't have my glasses.
Ah,
So I can't see shit. I just see commotion.
I've got excellent night vision.
How many of them were there?
There was those two youngins and then the lady that was chasing them, and it looks like he took one of his shirts off or she yanked it off. I don't know which. Holy shit, dude. Like, seriously, that she just... They're leaving. They were trying to get away from her. And that's why they say, hey, if you stay, it'll be bad. But if you leave, it'll be worse. She's going to call their dad, and she's going to call the cops, and then she chases them down and fucking assaults them. Like, there is no way to win. You can't walk away from a woman. You can't say no in America. And she's probably got a vehicle parked over here somewhere, so she'll likely be coming back this way.
Actually, we're gonna make that $80, not 75. I got $80 for it.
Well,
Let me know if and when.
Well, I don't. It's gonna be cold. I have a blanket that she can wrap up in, but it's...
Okay, I told her. She knows that. I told her about the window.
All right.
She knew that.
Yeah, I don't mess around with anything. I don't drink or anything like that. So
Okay. That's all good. I just was wondering what we needed to get you picked up. To get going.
Well, if it would make her feel safer, I could make sure the whole ride is recorded on my YouTube channel.
Oh, no, it's not even like that. Yeah, no, it's not like that.
Dang. Duh. I think that story is an old. Oh, friggin' chilly. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video because I have to pee like a racehorse. The thing is, us men are taught from birth that we're supposed to serve women and children. We're supposed to protect women and children. And women are taught from birth that men are supposed to protect them. And that's a bias that every man and woman is stuck to socially, regardless of what the law says. No matter how much the law is written to try to make it equal, it's never going to be. Because men can't be victims, no matter how many times they're victimized. Men can't be victims. People who are called mentally ill can't be victims unless they have a friend or family member who cares. But we teach this kill all men stuff, and I can't handle that. That's too much hatred. Imagine if people were to say that about all women. Y'all wouldn't stand for hearing it back. I've protected a lot of women, and I've protected a lot of men, and I've kept people safe when they have been irreparably harmed. When it comes to getting people to a safe location so that they're not stuck out on the streets when there's an emergency, I used to be very good at that. Used to be. Not so much anymore.